Oh, that's Nicole's speech. Okay. There's something there. We're done? Please remain standing as command performance sings the national anthem. Where'd it go? It's over there.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave? Home of the brave.
Don't yet. Now we're good. Please be seated. Good afternoon. I am John Thorpe, Associate Dean for the College of Engineering, actually Facilities and Management Associate Dean. I'm pleased to welcome you to the College of Engineering Commencement on the University of Nebraska at Omaha campus. At this time, I would like to introduce the members of the platform party. I ask those introduced to stand and be recognized. First, Timothy Way, Dean, College of Engineering. Dan Lenzel, Department Chair, Civil Engineering. Roger Sash, Interim Department Chair, Computer and Electronics Engineering. Eddie Rojas, Director, the Durham School of Architectural Engineering and Construction. Luke Christensen, Entrepreneur in Residence with Valvora PS Technology. And James Reitmeyer, Civil Engineering. Okay. I would like to introduce our two faculty marshals as well. Lily Wong, over to my left, Associate Dean for Graduate Programs and Facilities Development, or excuse me, Faculty Development in the College of Engineering, and Clarence Waters, Professor, Durham School of Architectural Architectural Engineering Construction. Please be seated. At this time, I want to invite Dean Way to the podium for his remarks.
Thank you, John. Let's start by giving our graduates a very warm round of applause. Congratulations to you all. We also need to recognize and thank the faculty who have been so important, and the staff as well, who have been so important in their education. There's one group that I'd like us to really recognize, and that's all the family and the friends who have loved and supported us, or supported you. Okay. Throughout your time, actually throughout your entire lives. Let's give them a round of applause. This is the part of the ceremonies that always really ticks me off, because these are people that have given their time and their money and their love for their entire lives to get you to this point today, and that is the most polite round of applause I have ever heard. So let's do that like you really mean it. Much better. There are going to be days in your lives that you are going to remember forever. And probably for every single one of you, this is going to be one of those days. I was thinking about a couple of things that are burned in my memory from the day that I graduated from college. The first one, you have to understand, I have hay fever. The first one was we graduated. It was an outdoor ceremony in the college football stadium. As soon as I walked into the stadium, my nose started bleeding. So I distinctly remember that, and my mother was able to pick me out from across the football field. She goes, out of a couple thousand graduates, she says, "Oh, that must be Tim. He's holding his nose must be bleeding." So that's one memory. The other memory is after graduation, we went out for dinner. And so I'm there with my parents and my 24-year-old PhD graduate student brother. And the waitress comes and takes our drink orders, and my dad looks at us and says, "Do you boys want a glass of milk?" Now, I didn't say what you would remember forever, but you will remember something about this day. I want to share one thing with you that came in an email from a very close friend of mine, Ariana Kukers. She's the She's the current world record holder in the 200 individual medley, the IM, the 200 IM. She broke the world record in 2009. She was an Olympian in 2012. And she sent me an email and she says, you know, every day I wake up and I think about the idea not of being somebody, but being a blessing to somebody. And if you think about that, if you think about engineering, engineering is really, we don't define it that way, but engineering is very much a people profession. It's about making the world better and safer for everybody around us. All right? And so if you think of it, if you think about engineering as a people profession, and you think about everything you do as being a blessing to somebody else, you will, by definition, at the end of the day, be somebody. We're incredibly proud of you. We look forward to all the great things that you're going to do. Congratulations. And so now I'll turn it back to John.
Gotta go down a little bit here. Okay. We have selected one graduating student to speak on behalf of all the graduating students today. James Reitmeyer has been active in a number of organizations on campus and off, including the Engineering Student Advisory Board, the UNO Ambassadors Program, Maverick Productions, UNO Student Government, and Chi Epsilon, just to name a few. Reitmeyer is graduating today with a Bachelor of Science in Engineering, Civil Engineering, excuse me. James, if you kindly come forward.
Thanks, Dean Thorpe. Alrighty. Well, first off, Dean Way stole half of my speech, but I'm going to go ahead with it. All right. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is James Reitmeyer. I'm a typical engineering student here on the Omaha campus. We have a lot of people here today, and I hope to address every single one of you. To make it a little bit easier, though, I'm going to group everybody into 3 groups. We're going to start with the people in the back and the people behind me. I'm going to talk to you guys as engineers. I'm going to talk to you as a fresh graduate today. So most of us didn't just happen to stumble into these robes and land into these chairs today. There was some preparation, a few decades even maybe. Over all these years, I know I can say my biggest fans were my family. So this is for the parents and families and legal guardians who supported us from day one, who made us do our homework each night in grade school, who bought us our first Star Wars Lego set with 2-scale model of the Millennium Falcon, who bought us our first Lincoln Logs, our first computer, our first TI-89 Titanium Plus calculator with built-in data port, backlit screen, coffee maker, protective case, toaster, extended battery, and electric razor. You are the ones who picked us up when we struggled in our 11th grade English class, mostly because you guys weren't able to help us after we got into Algebra 2. You parents and family members are the ones who have made all the difference. None of us could be here today if we hadn't had someone cheering us on the whole time. Whether it was going with us on our first college tour or the simple text during finals asking about our week, knowing you had faith in us is what carried us through that 3rd all-nighter in a row. So thank you, parents. And to you, faculty and staff, you're the lucky ones who got to decipher our homework solutions, wondering how we got a solution. But it's not our fault. Chegg doesn't always show step-by-step solutions. Am I right? Yeah. You are the ones that got to hear our interests and point us to the classes that would support our goals. You got to see our high points and our low test scores. You gave us the tools and resources to build our foundation of success and prosperity of the future. You picked us up where our parents left off and supported us, and in some cases, drug us in the final laps. You got to grade our papers, wondering if the coffee stain came before or after the beer stain. You were the ones who made sure we completed our work and that we understood what we did. But after all the time and energy you gave, you most importantly believed in us. And to administration and staff as well, knowing better than to trust us with our own student portfolios and various paperwork, working to make our education the best experience it could be, and to taking a personal interest in each and every single one of us. Thank you to all of our professors and staff. Alrighty. And to you, other people in the crowd, no, I didn't forget about you. Family friends, high school best friends, college buddies, those random college students always looking for free food, relatives, that uncle who owns a goat farm, your girlfriend's parents, and everyone else that has kindly attended our graduation. Thank you for being here today. I assure you, today would not be anywhere near as special if it was just us graduates in the room. We can clap for the random people. Alrighty, now it's time to appreciate ourselves. We did it. We graduated. We have achieved our undergrad, our master's, our PhD, and for some, our MRS degree. It wasn't meant to be mean. We have worked at least 4 years for this. We have each faced different struggles over the years. We have had our own setbacks, our own personal roadblocks and obstacles. But despite the hills and valleys, we made it. We are educated. We are engineers. Now, we all have a different reason for being here. Some of us have engineering parents. Some of us wanted to make a lot of money right after we graduated. And some of us just checkmarked the wrong box on the first day. But we all share one common interest. We all want to make a difference. And that's something special to be shared. Engineers have their foot in the door on everything. We're cleaning water for third world countries, creating robotic prosthetics for amputees, and building infrastructure to better serve our society. And many of the professional engineers I know are fostering wonderful family lives as well while serving their community. We're a unique breed, and none of us would have made it through without each other. We are natural team players. We seek help and to give help because we know that getting an A is better enjoyed when your classmates and peers achieve it as well. Thank yourselves for all you've accomplished. Alrighty. So you have now shaken the shackles of coursework and deadlines from your body, freeing your now educated soul to go anywhere you very well please. You have no limits, you know no bounds. You can go forth and pursue your goals, and I hope you do. I hope you all aim for your dream jobs, and if you can't find it, I hope you create it. You're all dangerous individuals. You have engineering degrees from a Big Ten university, and not just any Big Ten school, the University of Nebraska. With that degree, you are so well equipped, you could change the world, and I hope you do. In this room, we have future CEOs and professors, entrepreneurs and inventors. We have future researchers, lead designers, project managers, loving husbands and wives, parents, industry professionals, volunteers, and philanthropists. You are all an odd but balanced mix of maverick and husker, making you unique graduates and confused alumni. You all have the ability to do something great in the world, and I hope you do. Thank you again to everyone. Good luck in the future, and go Big Red. Our next speaker is our very own alum who graduated from the Omaha campus with a degree in computer engineering. After graduation, he started his career with Union Pacific Railroad and is now an entrepreneur in residence with Valvora PS Technology. He is founder and a board member for Omaha Nexus, serves as a board member for Business Ethics Alliance, and Nebraska and Iowa's Crohn's and Colitis Foundation of America. it is with great pleasure to introduce our guest speaker, Luke Christensen. Luke.
All right, good to go. Thank you, James, and thank you all for the opportunity to be with you as you graduate from such a fine academic institution. Quite the honor and pleasure you've given me. Thank you. As a fellow graduate of the UNL College of Engineering, I can relate to the feelings you may be experiencing today. Freedom, joy, or anxiety. Let's focus on joy for just a minute. Think about the aspect of your college experience that brought you the most joy. Maybe time with close friends, maybe a challenge of rigorous coursework, or maybe even a semester studying abroad. Now think into the future 10 or 20 years and imagine a path that incorporates those same joyful moments. The steps along that path are easy to imagine, but not so easy to execute. People will try to knock you off the course, but just don't let them. That is your choice. Stay focused on the path. You likely have heard the saying, knowledge is power. I'm a fan of transforming that a bit to what you do with knowledge is power. Pursue the path you imagined, and don't be afraid of failure. For me, joy comes primarily from a few sources: learning, relationships, and new experiences. The surroundings change over the years, but the root cause remains the same. For me, the surroundings consist of being raised in Blair, just north of here, by two wonderful parents, attending this same fine academic institution, majoring in computer engineering, and going to work at Union Pacific right after graduation. I'm a mere 9 years into my professional career and excited to see how those sources of joy evolve over the coming years. Now, for the first source of joy, learning. Maybe the professors were just so effective that I am naturally inclined to continue learning, or maybe it is because I am in the technology industry, forced to keep learning. Working to start a technology business within a 150-year-old railroad, I am continually learning about new technology and trends. Either way, I love to learn new things, and I believe is vital for continued success. Learn about yourself, learn about your surroundings, and learn about something totally random to keep yourself well-rounded. A favorite professor of mine greeted class every day with an Emerson quote, "What has become more clear since we last met?" I really like that simple challenge and try to incorporate that into my daily routine. Maybe you'll do the same. Second is relationships. I was fortunate to work under Jim Young's leadership as the president and CEO of Union Pacific. I will never forget a speech he gave at our 150th anniversary. He spoke about the business as not being about locomotives, freight cars, right-of-way, rail, computer systems. He said it's about the people. I agree with Mr. Young. He cared about his employees and put people first. He set the tone for culture. I have found great joy working alongside people at Union Pacific, volunteering alongside great people in this wonderful community, and enjoying time with remarkable friends and family. I hope you find the same in your chosen profession and community. Finally, to talk about new experiences. They come in a variety of forms. My favorite is likely trips with my beautiful wife, who is here today. We have been fortunate to travel a fair amount together. Our trips range from a chaotic New York City to the serene Rocky Mountain National Park. With each new experience, I enjoy paying closer attention to life, tackling important topics, and looking to the future. This quality time together happens more naturally when we step outside our daily routine. With each new experience, we learn, enhance our relationship, and recharge. I guess trips kind of link these three sources of joy I just mentioned. For you, it may be travel or something totally different. Your mission is to figure out what experience that is and repeat that. Now I want to revisit the mention of failure. Through my college years, I was wired to oppose failure. Some of you professors may remember that. I always wanted that perfect test score and was really bummed when I didn't get it. Through my 9 years working at Union Pacific, I have learned that failure is inevitable and it creates growth. I could talk for the rest of the day about the failures and mistakes I have made, some quite serious and others very small. The net of it is I'm thankful that mercy has been shown and I can learn from my mistakes. I found this Nelson Mandela quote a while back that I really like and I try to revisit. The greatest glory in living lies not in never failing, but in rising every time we fail. This attitude is one I strive to maintain. To wrap up, I encourage each of you to be true to yourself, pursuing a path that brings joy. Keep learning, value relationships, strike out on new paths, and learn from failures. Thank you for your time. Best wishes. And now I will call Associate Dean Thorpe back to the podium.
It is with great honor that I announce the outstanding seniors for the College of Engineering. Outstanding seniors are selected by the faculty in each of the respective programs. Each senior has demonstrated outstanding academic and leadership performance to both the university and the community. I ask those introduced to stand and remain standing until the end of the introductions. Please hold all applause until all the students have been presented. First, for architectural engineering, Sarah Robbins. Oh, way down there. For civil engineering, Nicholas Johnson. For computer engineering, Joshua DeWitt. For construction management, Michael Rossini. For electronics engineering, Alexis Mazel. Congratulations to each of you. Please be seated. Please be seated. Whoops. This one's mine. Okay, I thought I had to give two over. At yesterday's ceremony, candidates for the respective degrees were presented to the Chancellor and degrees were conferred. This afternoon, we have the distinct honor of recognizing each graduate in the College of Engineering and their individual accomplishments. Each graduate is invited to come forward according to the instructions from the ushers and receive their diploma cover. As customary, we ask you to hold your applause, until all graduates' names have been announced, and that you remain seated until the ceremony is adjourned. Associate Dean Lily Wong will be announcing graduate names. I now ask Dr. Rojas to come to the podium to begin the presentation of candidates.
Will graduates holding the following master's degrees please rise? Master of Architectural Engineering, Master of Science in Architectural Engineering. Dean Way, the faculty in the Durham School of Architectural Engineering and Construction takes pleasure in recognizing these students as graduates in the College of Engineering. Please remain standing.
Will graduates holding the following degrees please also rise? Master of Science in Civil Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering. Dean Way, the faculty in the Department of Civil Engineering, takes pleasure in recognizing these students as graduates in the College of Engineering. Graduates, please remain standing.
Will graduates holding the following degrees please rise? Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Electronics Engineering. Dean Way, the faculty in the Department of Computer and Electronics Engineering takes pleasure in recognizing these students as graduates in the College of Engineering. Please remain standing.
Will graduates holding the following degrees please rise? Bachelor of Science in Architectural Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Construction Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Construction Management, Bachelor of Science in Construction Engineering Technology. Dean Way, the faculty in the Durham School of Architectural Engineering and Construction takes pleasure in recognizing these students as graduates in the College of Engineering. Please remain standing.
By the authority vested in the Board of Regents by the state of Nebraska, Chancellor Christensen has conferred your respective degrees. If you have not done so, you may move your tassels from right to left. I think that's worth a round of applause, don't you? Please be seated until you are invited to come to the platform according to the instructions of the ushers. Congratulations.
Master of Architectural Engineering. Kyle Weber. James Franks. Peter Ewing. Zach Treaty. Ben DeGagne. Patrick McBride. Todd Kelty. Connor Fraser. Elizabeth Keenan. Elena Booth. Philip Coda. Brian Nevoli. Tyler Winnicky. Logan Conrad. Joshua Dale Feedy. Master of Science in Architectural Engineering. Ebrahim Kohli. Master of Science in Civil Engineering. Adam Sevenker. Mohammed Basudan. Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering. Mitchell Kovalevsky. Jordan Everson. Ernest Bless. Anna Norris. Brandon Kyle. Matthew Garder. Mary Imelda Chavez. Matthew Gregory Gibbs. Timothy Werdecamper. Tyler Cross. Scott Patrick Matson. Matthew Morehart. Nathan Jensen. Nissa Nabadi. Mohammed Salama. Andrew Reck. Teofik Onifad. Walala Koulibaly. Ekram Luka. Charles Krolakowski. James Reitmeyer. Eric Musol. Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering. Clayton Dirkschneider. Ian Dykeman. James Geringer. Tyler Reynolds. Zachary Udazan. Bachelor of Science in Electronics Engineering. Trenton Evans. Jonathan Grindstaff. Evan Milton. Chad Staley. Brian Beatty. Leah Bush. Alexis Mazel. Tyler Ward. Kosavi Toso. Bachelor of Science in Architectural Engineering. Aislinn Anderson. Lindsay Roy. Sarah Robbins. Megan Ann Kermel. Jennifer Drees. Andrew Reinke. Wyatt Sutterth. Vu Lee. Robert McClenahan. Joshua Wilson. Michael Zelensky. Chelsea Stolinsky Wallace. Eric Reed. Alexis Rivera. Adam Steinbach. Bachelor of Science in Construction Engineering. Drew Pacheva. Joseph Robbins. Bachelor of Science in Construction Management. Jacob Herbener. Sean Nelson. Ethan Slaughton. Taylor Hawley. Brian Bush. Brian Hennings. Marcus Wilson. Jacob Baker. Hayden Schneider. Darren Elliott. Justin Dunham. Josh Eisenman. Ryan Tomlinson. Michael Ricchini.
Congratulations, graduates. One more applause for those students, if you don't mind. Former students. We thank you for joining us today in this celebration and invite you and your family and friends to join us for a brief reception inside the Peter Q. Institute atrium and room 158 down at the PKI. Please remain seated until the recessional is complete. Thank you and have a great afternoon.